how to build an online e-commerce store from scratch using free softwares and tools. Okay, so today we're going to be focusing on installing XAMPP, which is a web XAMPP is a web server. Okay, it's a simple web server that does so many things for you. A web server, what a web server does is that it is actually the one that is responsible for giving your clients or people that visitors that come to your site, that is responsible for giving them the information they are requesting from your site. Okay, that's what a web server does. For some of us that are not very technical, but you know, these things are not, they are not like rocket science. It's something you can actually Google or use YouTube to get all the necessary information you need. Okay, so we're going to I'm going to show you how to install XAMPP, and quickly we're also going to talk about WordPress themes. So basically, all right, when you are building a website, there are several what we call CMS, content management systems that they are established. Okay, you can actually use to build those websites. For example, WordPress is one of them. We have what's the name of this one? There's Joomla. There is man, there are so many CMS applications out there. I can't remember all of them, but I remember Joomla. We have WordPress. That's the one I'm talking about, and that's the one I'm familiar with. In fact, I can tell you that WordPress is one of the largest that is being used. Okay, here's what you need, what you actually need to build the site. All right, what you need to build this, to begin to build your site, to begin to take your business online, you need a system. All right, you need a system, Windows based. I'm using Windows. I know we have Mac, we have Linux. Okay, so but basically you need a Windows based system. Basic computing skills, you know how to copy from one place to the other. You can open folders, you can crop a picture, you know, some basic, you know, skills you just need to have. Basic, they are very basic, and then you'll be able to do these things. All right, and then you need a niche. What niche are you looking at for your business? Are you into wealth creation? Are you into health, family? Whatever niche, you can decide whatever niche you want to focus on. Then you need a logo and pictures. There are several resources you can actually use to achieve this one. For instance, for logo, use Canva. For pictures, you have so many places you can actually get free pictures. So tools and the softwares that you need, like I said, what I'm talking to you about today is XAMPP. All right, XAMPP for Windows, you can download it here. I will share this file with you so that you can actually get the link to download this XAMPP. The XAMPP is about 156 MB. It's not too large. Download it on your system and then you install it. I'll show you how to do that. Then what is XAMPP? XAMPP is a cross-platform Apache, MySQL, PHP, and Perl. It's actually a web server. All right, everything you see here, it's all what comprises and makes up the web server that serves your page as you begin to ask for those pages from your browser. All right, so we also have WordPress. You need WordPress, you can download it here. It's just 13.5 MB. WordPress, like I said, is the largest CMS software that is in the market with almost any plugin you can think of. So today I told you I'm going to share with you some 5 must-have plugins in your website after we've done that installation. Okay, you also need GIMP. GIMP for Windows, you can download it here. GIMP is also free, 214 MB. I use GIMP to edit my pictures. All right, resize the picture, use it to you know, photo editing. And then if you can also use Canva. Canva is very, very easy to use. You can sign up for an account from their website, www.canva.com. So those are the tools that you actually need. All right, so installing XAMPP. So I will just share my desktop with you. Okay, so I'll go here. Here's my project file. I've already downloaded this file, like I said, and I've already installed XAMPP on my system. So if you are looking at this now, you will see that this is XAMPP here. Okay, this is XAMPP already downloaded. You can download it from this link. Like I said, I'll share this file with you shortly after this tutorial. Okay, so you can download it there. I've already installed it. So what you do is just double click on it, and then XAMPP. What you need to do is to now open XAMPP up. All right, where do I have it? Okay, I can just come here and go to XAMPP. I've installed it, so this is it here, and this is it, the control panel. That's the one, and then you can right click. Okay, sorry, supposed to have it somewhere on my system. Okay, I don't have it, so I can just go to the folder. What I'll do is go to the folder, come to C, and then come to XAMPP. This is when you install it, it will automatically do this for you. All right, so you open this and then come here. Why you have to go through this process is because you want to run this with administrative right, or you run it as an administrator, as you can see here. So that's the way to run XAMPP after installing. Okay, you have to run it that way. All right, so that it will not give you any issues as you are using them. All right, so the next thing you need to do after installing, and then I'm running XAMPP now, click on start, and then click on start. These first two, that is the Apache and the MySQL, those are the two components you need to run your web server, okay, on your system. These other ones, FileZilla, Mercury, they are all other applications that are used for different things that you don't need right now. So these two, just click on start, and then you see them. When you see stop, that means it's actually running. You can see green on this, green on this. That means your XAMPP is running, your web server is running. You can actually test to confirm that your web server is running. How do you do that? Go to your browser. Okay, I'm using Google Chrome. You can use any one. Go to your browser, open a new window, and then click inside and type localhost. All right, so that's localhost, as you can see. So if I click on localhost and press enter, you see welcome to XAMPP. So this is telling you that XAMPP is working, that is your web server is working. If you read through it, it just gives you details about what XAMPP is, the version and the rest like that. So what's the next thing? Your XAMPP is running, your web server is okay. So the next thing you need to do, so that's just basically, this is the first step, like I said. All right, this is the first step. Install XAMPP, run it with administrative rights, start Apache and MySQL, and set up your database. Okay, so that's the first step. So we have installed XAMPP, we have run it, okay, and then now we have to set up our database. You need a database for your website to work. Okay, for your website to work, you need a database. And how do you do that? Simple, just come back to the XAMPP control panel. Okay, come here and click on MySQL. You need a database. MySQL is your database. All right, so click on this admin. It opens up a new browser, a new Windows browser, and then this is what you get. All right, the first thing you want to do is to create your database. That is where your website is going to store information that it will be retrieving as people come to the website. Okay, so it's automatically, so all you need is just the name. So click on this database. All right, I'll click on database, and then it tells me create database. All you need is just the name, and make sure you remember the name. Okay, make sure you remember the name. So I'm going to give it a name, and I will give it any name. You can give it any name you want, any name you can remember. So I will just give it Victory. All right, I want to do Victory Stores. So Victory, and I say create. So your database is created already. So you are ready to go. We're finished with the first step. All right, we're finished with the first step, and that is how create your database. All right, so you install XAMPP, you run it with administrative right, start Apache, start MySQL, and then set up your database. So you've set up your database. Okay, the next thing is to set up WordPress and install it on your PC. Set up your store name or set up the email address. Okay, so how do we do that? All right, the first thing you need to do is to get the files. Okay, you get the file just like we downloaded XAMPP. I told you from this place you need to download this XAMPP here. So we have downloaded, we have installed. The next thing, you download WordPress. I've already downloaded WordPress in my system. Okay, I've downloaded it, and what WordPress, you know, is in the format of .zip. Okay, is a compressed file. It's a compressed file. So what I need to do, I need to find where I've downloaded it. Go to my project folder, so you can see this is WordPress here. It's downloaded already. Okay, it's downloaded. So all I need to do now is to extract this WordPress file and put it in a folder, that that is going to help me to install the WordPress the WordPress theme that I want. Now what you need to do is you come to this place. All right, come to C drive, go to the XAMPP again. Okay, and then come to htdocs. Click on this. This is htdoc. Okay, when you click on htdocs, sorry, I want to click it from this place because I don't want to reveal everything on my system. Okay, so when you come here, all right, you come here. Okay, I can see everything. Okay, so when you come here, all you need to do is to now create a folder and name it whatever name you want to give your store. Okay, you name it whatever name you want to give your store. Let's say I want to give my store Victory Stores. That's the name of my website, for instance, victorystores.com. Okay, so I'll come back here, I'll right click and create a new folder, and I'll call it Victory Stores. Okay, and press enter. So Victory Stores is the name of my website. All right, what I'm going to do next is go back to my folder. Please, this process is very straightforward. Go back to my folder where I've downloaded WordPress. I'm going to extract it. Okay, I'm going to extract it. So this is WordPress. I'm going to extract it. I'll say extract with WinRAR. Okay, and then extract file. Can you see extract file? It will bring out these windows, and then I will go to that folder I just created now, which is under what? XAMPP. Can you see it here? XAMPP. I click on XAMPP and then come down to htdocs and then come to what? Victory Stores, and then say okay. Immediately I say okay, it's going to extract it. Okay, so it's going to extract it. Wait for it to extract all the files inside of that folder we just created. Okay, so remember the name. Two things. Remember your database name. All right, so just going over that again. Remember your database name. Remember the name of your store. Okay, Victory Store. My database name is Victory. Now my how did I create my store? Where do I create the store? Go to your C drive, go to XAMPP. All right, go to htdocs and then create your folder there. So it has finished extracting. So I'll go back again to my XAMPP. All right, so this is XAMPP. I'm going to htdocs, and then Victory Stores. Can you see that it's already WordPress is extracted already? So I've just double clicked it. I just double clicked it, and you can see these are the WordPress files that make your website to come alive. So I'm going to select all. Select all, because this is not inside the root folder of my Victory Stores. Can you see Victory Stores? After Victory Stores, here at the top here, just look here at the top, you see Victory Stores, and yes, you're seeing WordPress. So I don't need this folder. Okay, I have opened that folder and this is what's inside. So I'm going to select all. Okay, I'm going to cut it. All right, Control X. I will go back to my Victory Stores, click inside and paste everything there. Okay, so this is what you have to do, and then you are ready to run your WordPress theme installation. Okay, so after doing this, the next step is go back to your browser, go to a new Windows. All right, go to a new Windows under your browser, click right local store, local host, sorry, localhost slash, what is the name of your site? Victory Store, and press enter. Okay, so that name isn't correct, so I need to correct that. The Victory Store. Okay, so it's saying it's not existing, so what I need to do is to go back to my, so I've named it in a way that it's not recognizing it. Sorry about that. So go back here. Victory Stores. Okay, so it's stores. I didn't put S. Victory space stores. Stores, and then press enter. All right, so you see it. So I was the one making the mistake in the first place. So you need to get the name correctly. It's very important. It's supposed to be Victory space stores. I just wrote Victory space stores. So stores, and then it brings out these, and then you can click on continue, and then here are the information you need to set up your WordPress theme. All right, this is the information you need: your database name, username, password, host. Okay, these are the things you need. The host, the database name is going to be what you actually, what you actually opened at first, which is Victory. Username is root. Database, you leave it blank, and the host, it will be there for you. So let's go. Click on let's go, and then we click put the database name Victory, the username root, password leave it blank, and like I said, localhost, you leave this as it is, and then you submit, and you see that we are good to go. Say, all right, Sparky, you've made it through this part of the installation. WordPress can now communicate with your database. You are ready. If you are ready, time now to run the installation. So run the installation, and then your website is about getting ready. All right. Okay, so next, give your site a title. I said it's Victory Stores. What is the username? Give it a username. This username is what you are going to use to always log into your back end of your website. So let's give it any name we want to give it. Let's just say it's Ibrahim 2020, and then you give it a password. What's the name? What's the password you want to give it? Give it a very secured password, a very secure password. So I'm going to give it website 2020. This is very weak, but I don't know what else to put. Okay, so let me just put I'll put ASDF column LKJ 2020. All right, so it says medium, then you put an email. Remember the password, ASDF column LKJ 2020. So put an email. You need to put an email that you are going to use. Most times I use Google email, so I recommend you use Google. Okay, always use Google. And if you are building your site from the scratch, you're just building it, you're starting, please just go and open a new email. Have a new email that you're going to be using for that website. It's very important. Have a new email. So if you don't have a Google email, or if you have one, don't use your existing one. Use a new one. Okay, use a new one, because that's where you're going to configure your email hosting and every other thing that you can connect with your website. So let's just say Ibrahim at gmail.com. This is an example. This was an example. And then after inserting all of this information, you are ready to run the site, and then you click on install WordPress. Okay, so we're about through. Thanks for joining. If you are just joining us, my name is Shegun. My goal is to promote people that want to take their businesses online, get traffic to their online business and get sales, because at the end of the day, everything we are doing online must translate to sales. Okay, but first you need to go online. You need to go online first. Like me, like I said, my story was some months back. I decided, wow, what can I do? I need to go online. I need to start doing something. I was seeing a lot of things happening online. I was, okay, where do I start from? So I decided to open an online store, and I started selling very unique products, and by the grace of God, it has been a very It has been a success. Let me just use that word. I just want to say I want to thank God because so far I've been able to do a lot of sales, a lot, which I will be sharing with you in a much, in a later video, not necessarily today. All right, so it's successful. So this is what you get. This is what you get after you've inserted all the information correctly. Your username. Remember your password. Always remember your password, and then you can now log in to the site. Okay, so let's click on login, and then you will see the back end of this website. So this is the back end. This is what your website will look like from the back end. And this is where you do all your updating. You change your page. If you come here now, you can actually visit your site and see the front end. Okay, so this is the front end. So this is how it looks like. You can actually configure this into a very simple site. Maybe you are a blogger, you like to write. You can use this to, you can just begin to use this to write your blogs. Begin to write your blog, begin to promote your blog online, and you can monetize it as you go on. Okay, as you go on. So you can actually configure this. All right, you can configure this. You can put your logo here, put a name, replace all of these and begin to generate a lot of information on this site. So if you go back here, I'll just show you, just take you through the back end for you to understand how it all works. Okay, so you have here, you have updates. You can actually update, but when you're updating, you have to be careful, know what and what you are updating before you update. All right, post here means if you want to post, for instance, this post is used for bloggers. All right, if you have any story you want to post, you just click on the post, and then for instance, you can see this is hello world, and that's what you're actually seeing here, hello world, and then welcome to WordPress, this is your first post, blah blah blah. So if you come here, if you click on this, you're going to see it there. You're going to see that post. Can you see it? Hello world. All right, welcome to this. Then so this is where you post. If you have any article, you have any blog post you want to share, you can actually do it here. Okay, you can do it here. You can edit it. You can edit the heading, you can put in the words and all the articles you want for that particular post. So it's so easy. Just click on add new, and then it opens a new one, and then you enter the title, enter the information, the other information that you want. Okay, so that's that about posts. Okay, and then we have media. This is where you are. If you have what's it called, you have, shows you the library of all pictures that are inside your website. You want to add new media, you come here, click on this place, add new media, select file, and then you can upload whatever pictures you want to use in your website. Pages are, this is where you organize your website into pages. Okay, you have your home page, you have the about us page, contact page, service page, different pages. All right, privacy policy page. All right, you can add different pages into your website. So I'm going to show you one that is already done, like an online store that I built for someone. Okay, I'll show you the back end so that you actually see what goes there. But other things you can actually see is here you see the appearance. Under appearance, you see themes, customize, widgets, menus, background, theme editor. Don't allow this to scare you. They are things that you gradually get to know. So these themes just tells you the WordPress theme that you are using. As you can see, we're using this particular theme called 2020. So that's why you see this is active. If I come here and say activate this theme now, 2019, if I click on this, automatically it will remove this theme and make this one active. All right, okay, so it's a new theme activated. So if I come here, come to this place, if I refresh, can you see that the theme have changed? It has changed already. It has changed. So the same thing, if I click on this again, this one and I say activate, so you can actually use different themes. So WordPress has so many themes that you can use, and that what makes WordPress very interesting. So many themes, so many plugins you can enjoy. So can you see that these have also changed? All right, so you see that this theme have also changed. So that's how, and you can actually go and add new themes, download it from the WordPress repository. Okay, that's where they have a lot of themes you can select from. Some of them are paid, some of them you need to pay, some of them are free. Okay, customize widget, that's where you customize the theme widgets. That's the area where you use to configure either your header, your footer. You get to know more about these in in future videos I'll be sharing. All right, theme editor, headers, menu. This is where you edit your menu. Okay, so basically this is how your back end will look like after you install. All right, I'm going to round up this tutorial before 6 p.m. sorry. So I'll just quickly show you the back end of this website. So this is a website I built some time back. As you can see, this is the home page. I just clicked on this. All right,